Hey guys, today I wanted to film a first impressions of the GoPro HERO5 Black action camera. I rented this baby from borrowlenses.com because Jen and I went up to Vermont yesterday to learn how to ski and I wanted to capture the experience. First things first, just talk about the camera. It's quite tiny, it's the size of my palm and my hands are pretty tiny. You have the front part. This little screen is great because it tells you the resolution, the frames per second, like the settings that you've chosen, and it has a little picture of the battery so you can know how long the battery is going to last, as well as whether the micro SD chip is inserted properly or not. And then you have a button on top, and this is the record button. You have a button on the side. That's the power button. And then you just have two little doors. So you have a door over here and a door over here. The door on the bottom is where the battery and the micro SD card lives in. This door on the side, it leads to the HDMI and charge. So it looks like that. So that's like the basics of the camera. When I first got the camera, I definitely took it out and played with it to see what the different settings are or what it looks like. This is what linear looks like. It just looks like everything is flat. Yeah. It just looks like I can see more curve over there. Right? It almost looks like a fisheye. You're a fisheye. Which you just get to see more of whatever. This is my first time actually like trying out camera. Like I don't even know this camera very well. A minute. Tools of Titans. How does this look? Yeah. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I guess a better test is to kind of run around. I have a lot of energy. Photo. The battery died really quickly. It died in less than 2 hours, and I don't know whether it was because of the cold, but it also wasn't that cold. It was about 40 degrees, you know, reasonable. So I expected the battery to last longer. I was able to get some footage of the skiing lesson part, but I didn't get much footage when I actually went down the real slope. Now that I think about it, it would have been a lot of me falling down. When it was in the casing, for some reason, I wasn't able to go into the touchscreen and change my settings, which was really, really frustrating. I didn't want to stop everything just to take the camera out of the casing, change the settings, and then put it back into the casing. So I just went with, you know, whatever it chose. Let me show you the touchscreen itself. So I'm turning it on right now. And when you're in here, you can press it and you see your options. If you hit the video gear, you can change that into a photo or a time lapse. And then you have your resolution, your frames per second, and your like focal point of view. FOV, I'm not sure what that stands for. But basically, if you do FOV, you have option of linear, wide, and super view. And then depending on what you choose for resolution or for frames per second, your options may differ. Like you won't always get the 8 different resolution options or the 5 different frames per second options, you know. My feelings towards the camera is like a little iffy. If you watch my skiing video that will hopefully be coming out tomorrow, you can definitely hear what the audio sounds like. When I was editing footage that came from the GoPro camera, I realized that the audio sounded a little funny. To me it sounded like you were in a circle and there were certain sounds that were being picked up and other sounds that weren't being picked up. Maybe a circle is the wrong shape. Maybe it's like a cone where some sounds you could hear and some sounds you couldn't. The audio on this camera that I'm shooting with is much better than the GoPro in my opinion. But I figured, you know, it is an action camera. For the most part, you should be using this while you're moving and capturing great images and videos and not necessarily audio. There will be some upcoming vlogs where I will strictly be using the GoPro. I'm going to take as much footage as I can with it before I have to return it back to borrowlenses.com. I thought I would be a little more impressed with the GoPro because GoPro is one of the leading action cameras, but I was just like, eh. I actually haven't used my own Yi action camera in a very long time, and because of the GoPro, I'm going to pull that baby out and start playing with it a lot more again. Will I rent it again, or will I actually buy it? I don't know. I think there are a lot of other action cameras that I should check out and play with. I feel like because I don't do things that need to take a lot of action cam shots, I would want to save up the money that I would spend on a GoPro and put it into a better vlogging camera. You know, I really want a camera that has the mirrorless screen so I can flip it up and check myself. Because, you know, this time I'm still doing my ghetto thing where sometimes I put a mirror behind it so I can see what the heck is going on. That's what's happening right now. Or like better camera accessories to amp up the quality of my videos. Or even put that money into the next level editing software. I don't feel a need to buy the GoPro. Alright, so those are my initial impressions of the GoPro HERO5 Black action camera, and next time I rent out another camera to try it out, I will definitely let you guys know. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. My name is
Juliet! Juliet!
with a nugget of Chua!